Some people don't just get lucky, they choose better again and again, like their life has an internal compass that doesn't spin during storms. They don't always choose the easiest door, but somehow it's the right one. And here's the secret. Their strength isn't perfect logic or perfect intuition, it's how fast they notice the truth. They recognize patterns, read people, and catch hidden consequences before the rest of us even realize a choice has consequences. In astrology, there are 5 signs that are especially famous for making balanced, correct decisions, not because they never doubt, but because they doubt in a productive way. They question the right things, they cut through drama, and they can switch plans without breaking their pride. Virgo, the strategist of details, they see what others miss. Capricorn, the long game master, they choose outcomes, not emotions. Libra, the judge with a velvet glove, they weigh options like gold. Scorpio, the truth sniffer, they sense what's hidden behind words. Aquarius, the outsider genius, they decide from a higher viewpoint. This horoscope isn't "you'll be fine, dear." This is about why these signs keep landing on their feet, how it affects their money and love, and what unexpected turns are coming next, because even the best decision makers face moments when one choice changes everything. Stay to the end, because one of these signs will get a forecast that sounds like a risk, but turns into a win. Virgo, the sign that makes the right decision because it notices the missing piece. Virgo doesn't guess. Virgo tests reality. While other people get hypnotized by big promises, Virgo asks one question that exposes everything. What's the weak point? They're not pessimistic, they're precise. Their decision-making superpower is simple. They don't fall in love with an idea until they've inspected it. How this affects money and work. Virgo rarely loses money in dramatic ways because they hate chaotic spending. They notice sneaky fees, vague contracts, and too good to be true offers instantly. In work, Virgo is the person who prevents disasters. They spot the broken system, the wrong number, the risky partner. Virgo gets rich slowly, but strongly, like a building that doesn't crack when the wind gets loud. How this affects personal life. Virgo chooses partners the same way they choose plans, by observing, not fantasizing. That's why Virgo may look cold at first, but it's actually self-respect. If Virgo commits, it's because they've seen consistency, not a performance. Their weakness? Overthinking the future so hard that they forget to enjoy the present. Forecast. Virgo's right decision moment is coming. In the next phase, Virgo faces a choice that looks small: a message, an invitation, a new task, a casual offer, but it's a hinge moment. If you're Virgo, watch for something that feels almost right, but not fully. That's your signal. There's a missing condition you must add. Unexpected turn. A person will offer help or partnership, but Virgo will sense one imbalance. Power, money, or responsibility isn't evenly placed. If Virgo speaks up early, the deal becomes excellent. If Virgo stays quiet to keep peace, Virgo will quietly carry someone else's burden. Your winning move. Ask for clarity in writing. Virgo's luck rises the moment you turn a vague promise into clear terms. And in love, Virgo will have a chance to stop analyzing someone and finally ask the direct question. The right decision isn't to wait, it's to confirm. If the answer is weak, you save time. If the answer is strong, you just unlocked a new level of intimacy. How Virgo always makes the right decisions. They don't rush, they refine, and refinement is power. Capricorn, the sign that makes the right decision because it chooses the result first. Capricorn doesn't choose what feels good today. Capricorn chooses what will still feel right in 5 months. Their superpower is not coldness, it's control of impulse. Capricorn sees a choice and instantly calculates. What does this lead to? Who do I become if I keep doing this? How this affects money and work. Capricorn has the most dangerous gift. They can be patient when everyone else panics. That's why Capricorn often wins in business, career, and investing, because while others chase fast outcomes, Capricorn builds systems. They are attracted to stability, but they're not boring. Capricorn is quietly ambitious, and their decisions are like chess moves. Capricorn's money pattern: fewer mistakes, fewer emotional purchases, more long-term gains. Capricorn's work pattern: they become unreplaceable without even trying. How this affects personal life. In love, Capricorn decides slowly, but when they decide, they don't play games. Capricorn values loyalty, respect, and someone who doesn't drain their energy. Their challenge is that they sometimes treat relationships like projects: improve, fix, solve. What they need is not a problem to manage, but a partner who feels like home. Forecast. Capricorn's right decision will look like a sacrifice until it pays. Capricorn is stepping into a period where you'll be tested with a choice between a safe option that keeps you small and a scary option that expands you. The twist? The scary option will come disguised as responsibility, a leadership role, a new direction, a move, a serious commitment, a big purchase, or a contract that feels too adult. Unexpected turn. Capricorn may be offered something that looks flattering but has hidden conditions. Your instinct will say yes because it's prestigious. Your wisdom will say, what do I lose if I accept? If you negotiate, Capricorn wins twice, better status and better terms. Financially, Capricorn's best decision will be to cut one drain, a subscription, a habit, a helper who creates more work, or a side expense that doesn't match your future. The moment Capricorn eliminates one silent leak, money starts behaving differently, more stable, more predictable, more respectful. In love, Capricorn will be forced to choose between being needed and being loved. If you stop rescuing someone, you don't lose them, you reveal them. That's Capricorn's real magic. They create truth through boundaries. How Capricorn always makes the right decisions. They commit to outcomes, not moods. Libra, the sign that makes the right decision because it feels the consequences before they happen. Libra is famous for hesitating, but that's not weakness, it's high-level forecasting. Libra doesn't just ask, what do I want? Libra asks, what will this choice do to everyone involved? And to my future peace? They can sense imbalance like a physical discomfort. That's why when Libra finally chooses, it's usually the option that protects dignity, reputation, and long-term harmony. How this affects money and work. Libra rarely ruins finances with impulsive chaos. They may enjoy beautiful things, yes, but they usually balance desire with taste and timing. At work, Libra is the one who negotiates, smooths conflict, and makes deals that don't explode later. Libra thrives in partnerships, client work, PR, law, aesthetics, consulting, anywhere a decision must be smart and socially accurate. Libra's financial success comes through smart alliances, the right client, the right collaborator, the right audience. How this affects personal life. In love, Libra chooses carefully because they refuse to live in ugliness, emotional or literal. They avoid toxic drama, but their trap is people-pleasing. Sometimes they delay a decision to keep the peace, and that delay becomes its own decision. Libra's best relationships happen when they speak truth early, not politely later. Forecast: Libra's right decision is to stop being fair to someone who isn't fair to you. A moment is coming where Libra must choose between staying nice or staying honest. Unexpected turn. Someone will present a situation like it's equal, but it isn't. It could be work and equal pay, effort, friendship, one-sided support, or love. You keep giving clarity while they keep giving mystery. Libra will feel the imbalance in the body first. Tension, irritation, sudden fatigue. I don't want to answer. Your winning move. Set one clean condition, not a speech, one boundary, one sentence. Financially, Libra makes a surprisingly bold decision, raising a price, asking for a better deal, refusing extra work for free, and the universe rewards this immediately, not with drama, but with respect. How Libra always makes the right decisions. They choose the option that keeps their soul clean. Scorpio, the sign that makes the right decision because it can smell a lie in perfume. Scorpio doesn't decide based on words. Scorpio decides based on energy, motives, and patterns. They are human X-ray. They see the fear behind the smile, the ambition behind the compliment, the manipulation behind the accident. Scorpio makes correct decisions because they don't get distracted by surface reality. They scan what's underneath. How this affects money and work. Scorpio is dangerous in business in a good way. They don't waste time. They notice who is loyal, who is opportunistic, and where the power truly sits. Scorpio excels in finance, psychology, research, strategy, crisis management, medicine, investigation, entrepreneurship, anything that requires depth and nerve. Their money strength. They know when to hold, when to cut, when to transform. Scorpio doesn't fear endings, so they don't cling to losing investments, failing jobs, or dead projects. How this affects personal life. Scorpio's decisions in love are intense because Scorpio doesn't do shallow. They choose a partner like they choose a secret, carefully, quietly, completely. When Scorpio trusts, it's sacred. When Scorpio doesn't, it's for a reason. Their challenge is suspicion becoming a habit. Sometimes Scorpio tests people who never asked to be tested. Forecast: Scorpio's right decision will be to walk away from something that looks profitable. You're entering a phase where something will look tempting: money, status, a shortcut, a connection. But Scorpio will feel a warning. The cost is hidden, unexpected turn. The best decision for Scorpio is to refuse a deal, decline a partnership, or stop sharing a plan too early. Someone around you is watching to copy, sabotage, or benefit without earning it. Your winning move. Move in silence. Protect the plan until it's real. Financially, Scorpio can make a powerful leap by removing one weak link: a collaborator, a habit, a draining obligation. The moment you cut the leak, income stabilizes. In love, Scorpio's correct decision is to stop chasing certainty from an uncertain person. If someone can't meet you in truth, Scorpio's intuition will push you towards someone who can. And that shift, choosing peace over obsession, changes everything. How Scorpio always makes the right decisions. They trust what people do, not what they say. Aquarius, the sign that makes the right decision because it sees life from above. Aquarius is the sign that steps back. While others are drowning in emotion or urgency, Aquarius climbs to the rooftop mentally and watches the whole city. Their decisions are correct because they're rarely trapped in the moment. Aquarius asks, what is this really? What is the pattern? What's the future version of this choice? How this affects money and work. Aquarius can be unpredictable, but it's strategic unpredictability. They spot trends early, innovate, and choose unconventional paths that later become genius. They thrive in tech, creative industries, media, science, startups, communities, humanitarian work, anything that allows freedom and ideas. Aquarius often makes money through original thinking, not traditional climbing. Their challenge is inconsistency. They can get bored right before success. How this affects personal life. In love, Aquarius needs space, respect, and mental connection. They make the right decisions by avoiding emotional traps, but sometimes they avoid vulnerability too. Aquarius can care deeply and still detach when things get heavy. Their growth is learning that intimacy isn't a cage when it's built with trust. Forecast. Aquarius's wrong-looking choice becomes the lucky pivot. Aquarius is about to face a decision that looks strange to others: quitting something stable, changing direction, choosing the less popular option, taking a pause while everyone says go. Unexpected turn. The correct choice will feel like a detour, but it's not. It's a timeline shift. Aquarius chooses a path that protects energy, and suddenly the right people, information, and opportunities appear. Your winning move. Say yes to the idea you've been secretly hiding. The one you don't talk about because it sounds too different. Build it quietly for a few weeks, then show results. Financially, Aquarius gets a breakthrough through one bold move: learning a new tool, launching a small project, or joining a new circle. In love, Aquarius's best decision is to stop acting fine when something isn't fine. One honest conversation, calm, clear, not dramatic, turns confusion into clarity. And clarity is Aquarius's true romance. How Aquarius always makes the right decisions. They choose freedom with purpose, not freedom as escape. Final hook to keep the viewer listening. If you recognized yourself in one of these signs, remember, your gift isn't being perfect, it's being aligned. And in the next cycle, each of these 5 signs gets a moment where one decision changes the storyline. The universe won't ask you to be fearless. It will ask you to be honest.